All right, so we had two Game 7s last night, the Colorado Avalanche and the Dallas Stars, the Vegas Golden Knights, and the Vancouver Canucks. We'll be taking a look at these two Western Conference series, how they ended, my predictions on how things ended, and what it looks like moving forward for all four of these teams. We'll be taking a look at that in this video. If you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe down below. And we are so close to 500 subscribers, so if you have not subscribed already, make sure to do that. Let's get right into the video. All right, so the first game on the day was at 4 o'clock Eastern as we had the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche. Two very solid hockey teams in this series. Going into this series, I liked the Avalanche, their roster, just how good they looked, the depth that they had. As this series went along, though, I started to have wonders about really are the Colorado Avalanche, do they have enough talent, specifically in between the pipes, to pull off the victory in this series? They went down 3-1 in this series. They would come all the way back and make it a 7-game series. But unfortunately, things did not work out in Game 7. I predicted that the Dallas Stars, yesterday in my video, predicted that the Dallas Stars would end up winning Game 7, and they ended up doing that, and they ended up using, who'd open in between the pipes, Dobby. He gets the big victory for the Dallas Stars, a 5-4 victory in overtime. What a game for Finnish winger Joel Kiviranta, a hat trick, the game-winning goal in overtime, an unbelievable, unreal game for Joel Kiviranta, a guy I've never even heard of. But we all know his name today. So a great game for him. The Colorado Avalanche poured on the shots. They had 44 shots on net today or last night, but it just wasn't enough, unfortunately. And they scored a couple of goals in the first period. Nemesnikov and Burakovsky, Kadri got on the board. Nemesnikov got 2 this game for the Colorado Avalanche, but unfortunately, it just was not enough. And the Dallas Stars really showed they are a real contender this year. They go 2 for 2 on the power play. The Avs went 1 for 4 on their power plays. That was a big difference maker at the end of the day in this game. A huge victory for the Dallas Stars. They go on to the Western Conference Final to take on the Vegas Golden Knights. A great series we should be seeing there between the Golden Knights and the Dallas Stars. Speaking of the Vegas Golden Knights, we take a look at the other game that happened last night. You have the Vegas Golden Knights and the Vancouver Canucks. And the storyline of this game, going into this game, was Thatcher Demko, who put up over 40-plus saves in his first 2 games. He put up a 48-save shutout in his rookie debut, the most ever in a rookie debut. So a very, very nice game there for Thatcher Demko. But unfortunately, things did not work out here in Game 7 against the Golden Knights. Shea Theodore, 13:52 into the third period, so less than 7 minutes left in regulation, and the Vegas Golden Knights would get the first goal of the game. Shea Theodore's 6th of the postseason. What a gem he has been there. And then you have Alexander Tuch. He scores an empty netter, as well as Paul Stastny a little bit later on, and that would be the end of this season for the Vancouver Canucks. What a year for the Vancouver Canucks. Thatcher Demko playing very well. Some of you in the comments section aren't sold on him long term as the starter there in Vancouver. But the Vancouver Canucks, like I said, Vancouver Canucks have some questions to answer this offseason. You have guys like Tyler Toffoli, Chris Tanev, and Jacob Markstrom, all 3 of them pending unrestricted free agents. And where they are with the cap right now, and remember, they still, eventually down the line, they're going to have to sign guys like Quinn Hughes, Elias Pettersson. So they're going to need that cap space. They can't afford to keep all 3 of these guys. So if I had to pick, I think Markstrom would be the guy on the way out. Not to say that it's not at all possible that they re-sign him. But that's something now that with the way Demko played here in the offseason, in the postseason, that's something that the Vancouver Canucks are definitely going to have to consider when it comes to how this team looks moving forward. And now is Markstrom becoming injury prone because he's missed time in the past with injuries. So this is something that maybe the Canucks have to realize, is it worth investing in this goaltender when we have another goaltender right here? And the 3 stars of the game, I mean, Riley Smith, the third star, he played very well for the Vegas Golden Knights. The second star, you have Shea Theodore, who put up the game-winning goal late in regulation. And then the first star was Thatcher Demko. I mean, he's still, considering how things went, he put up a 35-save game. He gave up that 36 shot. That was the difference for the Vancouver Canucks between making the conference finals and not making it. Power play, Vegas Golden Knights were 1 for 3 on the power play. 0 for 4 for the Vancouver Canucks. Another huge factor why they struggled at the end of the day in this series. It's just something that they've struggled with at certain points. And you know what? They're a young hockey team. This is a very young Vancouver Canucks team. The experience is huge for these guys. Some of these guys, 10 players on the Vancouver Canucks roster. This was their first postseason run. A really, really solid campaign for those young guys. And then that's, again, another series where I thought Vancouver might have been able to pull it out because of how Demko was playing. The Vegas Golden Knights were able to stand the test, and now we have our Western Conference matchup set. We've got the Vegas Golden Knights and the Dallas Stars. I'll be doing a preview of that probably later today, and then the Tampa Bay Lightning and the New York Islanders or the Philadelphia Flyers. We'll be finding that out for Game 7 tonight. So comment down below, what do you think of how things played out here between these two different Western Conference series? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to help us get to 500 subscribers, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.